Good Tuesday evening to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich, and this is your outlook for Wednesday, July 3rd, 2013. Starting off with the high-res NAM, and this is the future radar, simulated radar of the high-res NAM. I think we're going to have to be dealing with some more scattered showers today, perhaps even a thunderstorm early on. Most of this precipitation that falls during the day will be earlier, we think, and then towards the end of the day we start getting to get some clearing. NAM high res does show that very well. Here's 6 a.m. and 6 o'clock in the morning, and as you're heading up to 9 o'clock here, up to the noon hour, you do have those showers popping up here, but they're just very sporadic, very scattered. So we're not dealing with anything really heavy. And then as we get into the afternoon, you see it starts to break up, and it becomes more isolated at that point. I think that's going to be the trend going forward. And then as we head into the Thursday and beyond, the 4th of July and beyond, I think we get into some much better conditions as far as less rainfall and more in the way of sunshine. Okay, we'll set the stage for you here. We're going to use the GFS here because it's a broader view. The big thing to take a look at, notice here, is this high pressure, and that's really what's going to be in control of our weather for the next couple of days. You still have this front because the high pressure is sitting out, way out here. It's starting to do one of these numbers here and nudge west a little bit. And as this is nudging west, this frontal boundary that for days was sitting right over here over central PA is going to be forced to back up as well, because it can't go through the high pressure. The high pressure is going to force it backwards a little bit. That's not so good for western Pennsylvania. It is good for eastern Pennsylvania, where we cover, and of course New Jersey. And so it will promote some clearing. And I'm going to do two things actually. One, once it establishes itself here, I'm going to go to the next day here on the 4th of July. You see how broad of a high pressure how broad the high pressure gets, and by moving west, nudging west, and then getting broader, the frontal boundary is actually going to be pushed back over here, like this. So it's sitting over western Pennsylvania. So that's the area that's going to be dealing with the showers and thunderstorms, we think, on Thursday, and then that front will eventually dissipate. Probably on Thursday, will start to dissipate out there. So they will have improving conditions out in the western half of the state, but our conditions will already be improved, we think, by Independence Day itself. I'm going to switch over to the European models as a closer view here. This is Thursday. This is Independence Day. Now, the European model does keep the heaviest concentration of precipitation over in this area here, but in our area here, it still has a very, very light amount of precip here, and this is just indicating that there could be a stray or pop-up shower or thunderstorm. Not out of the question on Thursday, but the entire day, most of the day, remains rain-free. High pressure, of course, at this point is sitting right out here. It's a very broad high pressure, and as this moves west, of course, so does this front, and that's why you see this stationed over here, over western Pennsylvania, and into the Ohio Valley at that point. And as we go forward in time here, I want to take a look at the next couple days here. This is Friday afternoon. Again, nothing really much here at all in this area here. Maybe an isolated, again, very isolated chance of a pop-up shower or a thunderstorm. Same deal on Saturday. I mean, these amounts here are like 1/100 of an inch. I mean, they're really not even worth mentioning, but we do have to mention the fact that there could be a pop-up shower or thunderstorm on Saturday, and again, Sunday, most of the area is clear. Now, the big thing here with the high pressure being down here, being such a broad high pressure, it's going to initially be right here. So your winds are going to be out of the southwest. Temperatures are going to climb up to the 90-degree mark. You're going to have temperatures that are going to be the 90s, pretty much from at least upper 80s to near 90 on Independence Day, and then into the 90s as we get into the next couple of days after that. And that's really from about the Lehigh Valley, Harrisburg, down to York, and around the Philadelphia metro into your South Jersey, up into the by Newark and New York City. Those areas here, we're all getting in the 90s here for quite some time. Another heat wave's coming, and this looks like it's going to last until about next week here. Well, the only thing is going to change a little bit, and why we think the late weekend is going to dry out a little bit even more than it has been, is that this high pressure that's sitting out here is actually going to sink south a little bit. So it's going to be out here to start. As the week progresses, is going to head down here towards just southeast of Myrtle Beach eventually. So our winds, instead of coming out of the southwest like it has been for such a long time, are going to start shifting to the west-southwest and then eventually by the weekend, I think we head into a more westerly direction. That's not really going to do anything to affect the temperatures. What I think it's going to end up happening is it's going to promote the drying, and you can see that here on Sunday, the dry air working in here with the westerly wind component at that point instead of southwesterly, which is a little more conducive of more showers and thunderstorm activity. But we're all lining up an isolated shower or thunderstorm, about a 20% chance any day through the period here, but most areas do not see anything at all. And we got a pretty good stretch coming up here of hazy, hot, and humid conditions and a heat wave that looks to last into middle of next week. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich, and that is your outlook for Wednesday, July 3rd, 2013. Have a great day.